Hi, greetings, salutations. Welcome back to another edition of Jam Man. I hope you guys are doing well. We are in the book of Nehemiah, chapter 9. Now, in this chapter, we're going to break it up into 3 sections. The first section, we're going to be reading about going home, the 2 great stories of Israel, the 2 great journeys of Israel, The second section will be part 2. We'll be reading chapter 9 itself. And in section 3, part 3 of chapter 9, we'll be doing what? That's right, we're going to be reading the footnotes to chapter 9. So sit back, relax, and let's dive right in and discover what the 2 great journey of Israel is all about. So, here are the questions. What about the journeys? The Exodus and the return from exile. Where were they? Egypt, 430 years. Babylon, 70 years. How many? Well, in Exodus there's about 1 million. Babylon there's about 60,000. Now, how long did the journey take them? In the Exodus it was about 40 years and 2 attempts. The return from exile in Babylon was 100 years and 3 journeys. Who led them? Well, in the Exodus it was Moses, Aaron, and Joshua. In Babylon it was Zerubbabel, Ezra, and Nehemiah. What was their purpose? The Exodus, to reclaim the Promised Land. In Babylon, it was to rebuild the temple and city of Jerusalem. What obstacles did they face? Well, in Exodus, it was Red Sea, the wilderness, and enemies. Babylon, it was ruins, limited resources, and enemies. There's a common ground there, isn't there? It being enemies. What failures did they experience? Well, in Exodus, it was complaining, disobedience, retreat, all of which turned a journey of a few weeks into a 40-year ordeal. Wow. Babylon, it was fear, discouragement, apathy, all of which turned a project of a few months into one that required a century to complete. What successes did they have? Well, in Exodus, it was eventually entered the Promised Land. Babylon eventually built Jerusalem's temple and wall. In the last one, it says, what lessons did they learn? Well, in Exodus, it was God will build his nation. God is both faithful and just. God will accomplish great acts to make his promises come true. And in Babylon, Jerusalem, Babylon/Jerusalem, God will preserve his nation. God will continue to have a chosen people, a home for them, and a plan to offer himself to mankind. And that, my dear friends, is the going home of the great journeys, the 2 great journeys of Israel. Well, in the next video, we're going to be reading chapter 9. So, sit back or actually take a break now, because you can go get something to drink, use the bathroom, get some popcorn, get a snack, and then come back, because I'm going to be starting this next video soon, which I probably won't post until the next day. You guys sit tight. I'll see you again in the next video. Until then, peace.